Growing up here, people develop a deep connection with the land. It's not just a place, it's a part of who we are. This land has been a silent witness to many adventures. Hiking in these hills, climbing on rocks. It's where people have forged friendships and discovered the wonders of nature. Every tree, every creek will remain etched into the story of our lives. There's a unique magic in growing up, surrounded by such natural beauty. It shapes your perspective, instills a sense of responsibility. You learn that you're not just living in a town, you're a part of an intricate tapestry woven by nature.
I'd like to start out by saying that I did not want to move to SLO. I love the North Bay up by Santa Rosa, the Russian River, all that up there. So I was pretty heartbroken to move down here to San Luis Obispo. But I came, and I think my favorite spot, it's close by our house. It's within walking distance. It's just Madonna Mountain, which you may be able to see behind me. I like the easy accessibility of it. It's, I think, like 500 feet up or something, but you can hike to the top and you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, and you get to the top and you can see the ocean, you can see the Seven Sisters. It's like a bird's eye view of the whole area, and I just love having that easy access to nature.
In San Luis Obispo, people are not merely residents, they are stewards of this land. Their roots run deep, anchoring them to a sense of place and a commitment to preserving the legacy for the generations to come. It's more than a duty, it's a labor of love.
So nature has always been a big part of, like, a factor of choosing where we live. And when I look back at all the places that I've lived, there's always been a park right nearby, or an open space, or access to some other greater city park. So when we had the opportunity to move to a new place and choose a house, we started looking around at the entire city, and there were great neighborhoods, but then all of a sudden we started to make a real point of wanting to live by a certain park. And the reason why is we were wasting a little bit of time before we can get into another house, a showing, and we decided to hike up a road and see where it went, and we saw that there might be an open space nearby, and we got back into the open space, and it was amazing. I mean, it was just this, what's called Cerro San Luis, or locally Madonna Mountain, and it's just these beautiful trails around oak savannas and grass, and with views of the surrounding other peaks in the area. And I remember my wife turning to me and said, "I want to live here." And so that became a real defining moment to say, you know what, we could probably live in a number of different areas in the city, but we decided to live in this particular part because we could walk directly to this area, and it could become essentially part of our yard.
San Luis Obispo isn't just a dot on the map. It's a living, breathing extension of who we are. Our stories are intertwined with the rustling leaves, the babbling brooks, and the golden hues of the hills. It's a privilege and a responsibility to cherish, protect, and pass on the gift of this remarkable land.
Okay, next question is, what does nature mean to you here in SLO, and has that definition changed over time?
Okay. So living near nature for me is really important because it's easy to lose sight of where you are and how you connect to the landscape. And having something nearby that I can walk to in a couple of blocks, it immediately changes my reference point. And especially with these open spaces, they're a little bit more wild, so you have to be a little bit more aware of mountain lions and bobcats and stuff like that. So it definitely it changes the context that, hey, this really is you're just a part of this, and it has a mind of its own. So in terms of how it's, I guess, changed my point of view, I think just because it's so close and because it is a little bit more wild, it really changes my mind state when I'm out there. And I do access it quite a bit, so it becomes more a part of my life as well on literally a day-to-day basis.
Collapsed in sunbeams stretched out, open to beauty, however brief. I see myself ablaze with joy, heavy-lidded, sitting here, roots intertwined with the trees, the landscape. It's quiet, I breathe out. The turquoise in my ring matches the deep blue of everything. We're all learning to trust our bodies on this land, to love. I breathe in the trees, the birds, the flowers, the sun. They welcome me once more.